What's up, everyone? It is Brandon O'Doy. I am Brian London. Real Ones Canes podcast post-game recap as the Canes defeat Duke at Hard Rock 53-31 in what I've been calling the Cafecito Bowl as Manny Diaz makes his return here. Makes his return here to Miami Gardens. But Brandon, it was kind of a tale of two halves. Again, Miami's defense not too great in the first half. Miami did come out early and score a couple of early touchdowns. Then things were kind of into a lull, but the second half, things came alive. I don't know if they can keep doing this, but, you know, they got the job done today.
This is kind of the MO of this University of Miami Hurricanes team. Kind of stink up the place for a first half against a competitive team and then kind of bring everybody back into the fray. I've been saying all offseason beast, I said it again on the podcast, Coach Diaz is going to have his Duke Blue Devil team ready to play, ready to come in here and sneak an upset. And for about 3 quarters, it looked good.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Cam Ward is the difference maker of this season, of this team, and probably of college football.
Yeah.
And when you got a guy like that, he just makes everybody better. 5 touchdowns. He almost went for 6 had he not been sacked and fumbled the ball late in the game. I mean, he's incredible.
All right, so we're going to do this. This is off the cuff. I did not ask you this beforehand. Do you know who holds the single game record for most touchdowns thrown for the Miami Hurricanes? Because if Cam Ward got 6, he would have tied it. And when I tell you the name, you might fall over.
Tyler Van Dyke.
No. Jaron Williams, 2019.
Oh my gosh.
Against Louisville.
Oh, okay. Jaron Williams. Wow,
exactly.
It's been a while ago.
Yeah, no doubt. But Cam Ward, 400 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. He threw a bad interception. It's the second time he's done that same throw across his body, all the way across the field. We just asked him about that, and he said, you know what? I'm going to do it again, meaning I'm going to make that throw again, but next time I'm going to complete it. This dude is as confident as they come, but you know what? You need to be confident if you're going to be this good.
Listen, I'll take everything that he's given us. We all hold our breath when he makes those throws, and they are not smart throws.
Yeah.
Listen, they are not smart throws. Everybody in football will tell you, don't do that. Don't throw across your body late. You don't do that. But when you play the kind of football he plays, if you take that kind of stuff away from him, what else are you taking? So you have to live with it. And so far at 9-0, everybody's a happy camper.
You know, it's a little emotional. Mark Fletcher had to bury his dad yesterday. Played in this game, scored a touchdown. The entire team is saying out there that, you know, they're basically dedicating the rest of the season to Mark and his dad and doing it for them. But, you know, you hate to see that sort of tragedy. But on the other hand, it is kind of pulling this team even more together. They're really circling around Mark and giving him the support he needs. But, you know, it is pulling both sides of this team together to be more of a team than both sides of a football.
There are a lot of things that happen during the football season. It's a very long, arduous journey. These kids are in school. They have NIL obligations. There's lots of practice. There's lots of meetings. There's lots of extra stuff. To lose a family member, particularly a father and someone who's been there for you pretty much throughout your whole football journey, that's difficult. And that's happened to 2 players. Justin Scott lost his father.
Yep.
And then Mark Fletcher lost his just a few weeks later. So this University of Miami Hurricanes team has united around these 2 guys. I think everybody, the entire team, from what I was told by one of the coaches, went to the funeral on yesterday.
Yep.
And that support means a lot. It goes greater than football because I've lost a father, and I remember like it was yesterday who was there, and more importantly, I remember who was not there.
Right.
And so to have this University of Miami Hurricane team fueled by the leadership of Mario Cristobal and Cam Ward decide, hey, we're all gonna go, we're gonna take everybody, gonna take buses. I even saw Gatorade outside for everybody to be well hydrated. There's nothing that means more.
Right. One last question before we get out of here. The secondary obviously has been struggling at times this year. We lost Jadis Richard. We don't know for how long. It looked like a pretty serious injury. He actually had a pretty decent game before that, but it's the one position where you really don't have a ton of depth.
Well, at the end of the day, I expect Zaquan Patterson to step up and play big down the stretch. He's, ready to get more reps. It's been talked about. I think the injury to Richard is gonna force the hand of Guidry, and I think that somebody else in that secondary is gonna have to step up. Day got a gimme pick, fumble recovery today. Is it him? Is it someone else? We don't know, but we saw a lot of depth play in a lot of positions, not just in the defensive backfield, at the linebacker position and on the D-line, because there are answers being sought. There are things that this team does not do well, and every critical eye can see it. Yes, 9-0, we love it. But there are things that have to be cleaned up because this is a championship aspirational program. Getting to the playoff, getting to the ACC, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be enough. You wanna finish the season undefeated, and then you wanna play for money. And in order to do that, you've gotta shore up a lot of areas, especially on the defense.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Miami at Georgia Tech in Atlanta next week. I will be there
Revenge!
to cover that one. Hopefully we don't come down to a kneeling of the football situation.
Revenge!
I will be there in Brandon's hometown, scout it out for you.
I grew up moments from Bobby Dodd.
Yeah, there you go. University of Miami wins today, 53-31 over Duke. For the Real Ones Canes podcast, Brandon O'Doy, myself, Brian London, Mattia behind the camera. We'll see you next time. Peace.